samba sange wasiamana measia tulisoma chinyini naku mateseka na wendo witondi kwa moja mateseka na wendo witondi wa kesho andegolia telemaiba ni utongoza telemaiba uitenamba telemaiba tuichati ilokalika boksi yakwa kama loze nimeubinya singila singila kadalo kokele kadalo kokele ai.
Thank you very much, our viewers. We are back this evening, and we are excited to say, wow, we are back because due to public demand. Yesterday, we had a conversation on matters immigration, migrating from Kenya to America and the diaspora at large. And when we did this video yesterday, we got hundreds of thousands of calls from people all over Kenya. And the question is like, please, can you diversify? Can you give us the same topics in a different language, a language that is understandable to everyone? And like we always say, we don't have a choice. We must go by what you people ask us to do. Na kwa ufupi leo tunaangazia mambo ya uhamiaji kutoka nchini Kenya ama Afrika na kuja nchini Marekani. Na sana hivyo tuanzie, kuna dada moja niliona ameuliza hilo swali sana, alikuwa anaitwa Atieno Eunice. Amesema please guys do the best you can. Na ndivyo tumeona tumegena wimbo wa Kikamba because we are an all inclusive. And in a nutshell, your presenters tonight as always is Koira Kabiro and
James Ketenji,
and we are interrogating matters immigration. Tonight we'll be looking at what immigration is, what is required of you, the kind of immigrant visas, because they are non-immigration visas, and we'll interrogate what exactly is required of you. And without wasting much time, James, I would like us to talk to our people, because most of the people in Kenya or back in Africa, they believe it's a question of when they hear people are in America or in the diaspora, the question is, how do I get to diaspora? And I think is you wake up one day, go get a flight to America. Before one gets to America, do we have requirements? I think we have the passport, and we have a visa, and then you are able to take a flight. I think those are the basics. Can we start off by telling our people what is required of them to be able to acquire the passport?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Kuirakafiro. Asante sana. And today we're going to be a little bit more detailed, and we have diversified, like Mr. Kuira has said, because we want to reach a wider base of viewers. We shall speak predominantly in English and Kiswahili. So the requirements for a passport, of course, it is to show that you are a citizen of a country that you are seeking the passport from. And the only way you can show that you were born in that country or you are a native is a birth certificate. With that birth certificate, you go to the immigration of your country and make the necessary application, pay the necessary fees with the strength of the birth certificate and a national ID. And then you are able to get a process or get a passport.
Yeah, that is if you are an adult and if you are a child, you'll be required to produce the identifications of your parents or sponsors, which is quite okay. Then after getting your passport, this is where now the real process starts, and this is where we'll be a bit more detailed because people want to know the different kind of visas that are available and how they can acquire them and how one qualifies. James, can we please go through this together?
Yeah, thank you. I think predominantly today we shall be talking about American visas. So we're going to be talking about what is a visa. A visa is a document attached on your passport of birth so that you can travel or enter into another country. So the country that you are entering, you shall go to the embassy in your country and make an application or approval to get a visa to allow you to go to a point of entry, which is an international airport or a seaport, or if possible, through a border crossing.
Yeah, actually, that is important to mention that almost all the countries, when you are crossing the border, you are expected to produce a visa, whether it is temporary or
Yeah, a long-term visa.
long-term visa, which
Yes.
is which most in most cases is permanent. So, James, can we look at the different kinds of non-immigrant visas?
Yes. So the first category I have is what is called, which is the biggest or the broadest. This is where you have a lot of types. They are called non-immigrant visas. Non-immigrant visas are temporary. They are not long-term. Long-term means you are going to become, or you're doing total migration. So for non-immigrant visa, it means you are going to the US and come back. So you are not an immigrant. You are a non-immigrant. You are just going there temporarily. So there are different types. And I think the best way we can do this is because there's so many types, just put them in alphabetical order.
Yeah, actually, we just look at them and
Yeah, just mention
talk.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mention something and
Yeah.
let our people. We don't need to
Yeah.
give them a lot of details because if one has, if you think you want, there's anything that you need us to explain, you can always reach us on. You can reach us by phone. You can type a message. We'll be looking at that. And can we start with the business visa? Tell us what is required of the B1 visa.
So alphabetically, we have the B1 and B2 visa. B1 is for business. Unaingia hapa, unauliza ruhusa kufanya biashara. You're coming here for business. That is B1. B2, you're coming here as a visitor or as a tourist. B2. So B1, B2 are for people who are doing business for B1, and B2 is for visitor or a tourist. Then alphabetically, we go to the C visa. C visa means crew visa. Hao ni wale wanasafiri kwa meli, crew. If we are coming by ship to land in a seaport on any American territory, you need a crew. You are either a crewman or a crewwoman. That applies for stewardess and stewardesses on board. Then the next one is, there's no D, but we go to E. E is investor visa. This is for people who are coming to start or invest in business here. And this one requires a lot of money. You need to show proof that you are going to invest at least a minimum of $100 million in a year. That's an E visa, investor visa. E2, E1 is for traders, importers. To import something, you're coming here for a purpose to buy American goods for the purpose of taking them back to your country. So that is E1. E2, 100 million per year. You're coming to set up business here. F1, student visa. You're coming to go to a community college or a 4-year degree or for postdoctoral degree, that's F1. If you are issued an F1 and then you're coming here to study, you can also invite your legally wedded wife or husband, not Mpagwakado. They will get F2 or dependent visa. G visa is the next one. This is for people who are coming to work in the embassy, represented or coming out of the embassies representing their countries. If you are going to work in an embassy of your country, you will get a G visa. Or working for international organizations like United Nations, UNESCO, IMF, and World Health Organization, World Bank, any course. Yes, all those are G visa. H1 or H visa. These are for H1 is the one that lazima ukuwe umesoma kabisa. The minimum is a degree. This is for professionals. The minimum requirement for H1B is a degree in a profession. And this one has a cap. It is 85,000 visas every year. This is where you need a sponsor. And when we talk about a sponsor, we are not talking about a romantic sponsor, whereby money is an exchange of money and some, when you talk about a sponsor, it is a financial sponsor for the purposes of employment, not for any other thing. That is H1B, and they have a cap every year, 85,000 visas issued every year. H2A and H2B. H2A is for agricultural workers, wale wanafanya kazi kwa mashamba during season to pick fruits or to work in the production of plantation. That is H2A. Just remember A, agriculture. H2B, it is for people, for temporary workers who do not work in a farm, but it is for temporary jobs. But those H2A and H2B do not require a degree. Now, before that's for H1. For I, we have wale waandishi wa magazeti, information journalists, representing your TV station. You get an I visa. Here comes the next one is J visa. J visa is what is called for work exchange. J visa works exchange. We are visiting for work exchange. Companies exchanging their workers. You will need a job visa. J visa. K1, this is when you intend for a green card holder or a citizen to petition for a fiancé. Mchumba akuja hapa ndio aolewe, either a man or a woman, by a citizen or a green card holder or a permanent resident. You need a K1 visa fiancé, which granted you are required by law to get married to them within 90 working days. That's a K1 fiancé visa. L visa, this is you're coming to set up your own company. Unakuja kuanzia biashara yako hapa or to extend your company. It needs a branch in America, you have a branch in another country, you need a branch in the US, you need an L visa to do that job. Then you have the top one. This is for celebrities. Wale wanakuwa na pesa, mafuta. It's called O&P. This is what is called an extraordinary ability alien. Wale wamesoma, wamepita zote. They have exceptional ability. And these are abilities of people who have exceptional ability. Somebody like Albert Einstein came from Germany, a genius. Because of his work, he came on an OP, somebody with a very high intelligence. People, wale wa kufanya masafa marefu, athletics, P visa. O visa is for extraordinary ability. You are the top of the grade. You have something that other people don't have. It's a gift. You are highly gifted. And now you have the next one. And then this is the R visa, which you can guess means religious workers. Wafanyikazi wa kidini. That is the religious workers. So those are the different types of visas alphabet.
actually it's important that we've been able to touch on the different kind of visas. And well, our people may get all that. But now the question is, we have different kind of people who do not really know these different kind of fees. Which are the most common fees that are given to our people in Africa when they come down to America?
If I can go by from 1 to 3, number 1, it is the B1, B2 class or category. This is for business or visitor or tourists. That's where you give the majority.
Okay.
B visa. Followed by, of course, you will find F1. Wale wanakuja kusoma. Yeah, a lot of international students. And then, of course, wale wanataka kuleta wachumba wao ndio waolewe K1. So those are common. You layer, and when it comes also to H1 and H2, you also have, that should be number 4 in that order. And let it just watch.
Yeah, actually, I've seen, like you mentioned before, so many people believe that it's easy to come to America. And I found what you require is possible to get an invite. And it's like whether you're coming for religious matters, whether you're coming as a student or whatever, people believe that once you get an invitation letter, you're good to go and you land yourself in America. How true is that?
Once you get yourself a visa, which has been issued now that allows you to do the booking. You get on an airline of your choice and you're headed over here, and then you come to an airport. Once you get to the airport, this is now where they're going to ask you, you're going to go to immigration, and they want to see your identification, jitambulisho hapo ndio sasa unatoa cheti chako or the passport and the visa, which must have the visa attached. And now the information they have of the system must match exactly what the embassy put in your account. Everything has to match. They look at the picture so they can see that exactly look the picture of the passport is you, and they will ask you the identifying questions, which must match with what they are reading on your account. If there is any discrepancy, like we said in the other video, that raises a red flag, and more questions will follow, more conservation will follow. And this is where you can say you are getting yourself into something, you're giving yourself into a home.
Okay, now that we have a lot of people who every day want to get out of Africa and come to America, which is this visa that you would possibly advise our people to go for so that when they get here, life will not be hard?
Well, it all depends on the individual, because every individual is, if you're seeking education, definitely, or coming to visit, and then the financial status of the person also vary. There are some people who can afford to bring their kids here, or even to come here as international students who pay more than the average people. So it all depends. Every case has an individual merit depending on who you are. And then if you have family here, then it will be much easier for you to go for a B1 or a B2 because they're coming to visit with family. If you have somebody here that is maybe on Facebook or on social media and think there is something romantic going on, and you can try, the other visa. And if something has been verified now, he or she will now confirm for you a K1 visa, which is a fancy visa. If you're going for business, then of course you must have some money. So every case has its own merit.
So I think, James, it looks like we are now able to communicate with other people who complained that when we did the video yesterday, we left them out. And I hope whatever information we've given them tonight will be helpful, and it will be used for our people to get down to America as they as because that is their biggest weight. Now there's a question that is popping up, and people are like, war. Um, Yesterday when your people were doing your program, it's like you mentioned anyone who has uh, a work permit and a social security can be able to invite somebody to America. Can we clarify that? Because I think that was the position.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Manfred. I always try to get as much update from the State Department, which they update every month, depending on the government of the day, and the things change every day. But they are always posted on the U.S. Department of State. All visas are issued by the Department of State, not immigration. It is the Department of State which always updates. The current update is for somebody to be able to invite somebody, you have to be a permanent resident or a citizen.
That's great. And you must also show that you have the capacity and ability to sustain that person or persons when they are with you in America, more so when they come to visit. I think that is very important. And we assure you people that information is as varied as it has been put. So, James, after getting to America, we mentioned people would like to know how, once they are now in America, how easy is it for them to acquire a job or something? Because that's where they wanted us to really look into.
Um, Acquiring a job, and before I go there, when you talk about a letter of invitation, the letter of invitation is like we said, it is for permanent residents or green card holders or U.S. citizens. So it is also it does not mean that those people can qualify automatically because they also look at what's called financial. They have to be financially stable because they look at their income and how many people they are supporting or who are called dependents here. And if their income, if you're inviting somebody and you have three children here, you have three dependents, and including yourself, you have four. And then you're inviting somebody, now you have five dependents. The federal government has a cap on how many in a family of four. This is the minimum amount of money you must be making in a year, and they'll be able to verify that through your tax returns.
Yeah, that's very important. And I think the information you've given our people should be enough for today because, like we said yesterday, this would be it would be a progressional. We would be talking about these matters continuously because I have seen it has raised a lot of interest, and people are really into wanting to get as much information as possible. And I think so far up to the point we are in, I would think if we leave it at this, then we'll be able to continue another day. Or what do you think?
Exactly.
And as we have already said, please, people, when you listen to us, go to this video. It will be shortly available in YouTube. Go to Koira Kabiro and subscribe so that we can be able to be bringing you all the information that you need. And to subscribe, there is nobody is charging nothing.
It is free of charge.
It is free of charge, but we are able to be with you people. So I don't know if you have something else to say.
Yeah, I just like to remind our viewers that to subscribe is the button is the red button on the top. I mean, it's on the right hand side on the bottom. So the bottom right there is uppercase in red. You hit on that, it will turn white. It means you have subscribed. And every time you are subscribed, if we go live or there's something comes up that we have uploaded, you will get a notification that will tell you so and so or could be live is live now, and it will be able to be with us. Thank you very much, viewers, and we hope to be bringing more of this continuing series.
Thank you very much and have a good night. And everyone, I'm sure
Amigo.
you have enjoyed your Jamhuri Day. Adios, amigos, and have a good one.